You ever notice how a quiet morning can go sideways in the blink of an eye? I'm talking about the kind of morning where the world feels small, safe, almost predictable until someone walks in and reminds you exactly where you are. That's how it went down for me and Andre at Millie's Diner just off Highway 41 in Clarksville, Tennessee. Place smells like burnt toast and memories patched red booths locals who don't need to look at the menu. If you hang around long enough, you get to know who's hiding from the world and who's just passing through. That day, we were just two old veterans looking for peace and pancakes. I got there just after 9, limping a little more than usual, army jacket zipped up tight because hell, I earned it. Andre was already there, back in our booth, sipping his coffee and scrolling through pictures of his grandson. "Thought you were going to stand me up," he said without looking up. I laughed, the kind of laugh that belongs to men who've seen too much. We got to talking about the usual kids, the price of gas bum knees, VA appointments. Life after all the loud stuff stops. We joked about the time in Baghdad. Andre stitched up a guy with floss and a prayer. It wasn't bragging, just the sort of thing you remember when the world gets quiet enough. Jolene, who's been pouring coffee for the better part of 2 decades, came by with a smile asking if we wanted more. "Keep it coming," I told her. We weren't in a hurry. But the universe, she's got her own schedule. That's when the bell over the door rang again, and in walked Deputy Renshaw, mid-30s, built like he played linebacker in high school and never let it go. No hellos, no small talk, just a quick scan of the place before he beelined right for us, hand resting too close to his belt for anyone's comfort. "You gentlemen got IDs," he said, not bothering to lower his voice. Andre blinked, then leaned back all calm and steel. Excuse me," Renshaw repeated himself. Said he got a call about 2 suspicious men loitering outside. We'd been there maybe 20 minutes, just long enough for Jolene to refill our coffee. You could feel the air change, like the room forgot how to breathe. Jolene tried to step in, said their regulars been coming here for years. Renshaw didn't blink, just kept his eyes fixed on us. Andre pressed, "You sure you're in the right place?" The whole diner went silent. Folks staring over their eggs, like maybe if they just watched hard enough, this would turn into someone else's problem. See, Renshaw wasn't backing down, but neither were we. That's the thing about surviving war. You learn when to stand your ground and when to hold your tongue. Andre raised his voice just enough to draw the attention of every table in the joint. "Let me get this straight," he said. "Someone called the police because 2 black veterans were having breakfast." Renshaw said he was just following up on a call. I kept my hands visible, voice steady. "Did the call mention we were armed, causing trouble, threatening anyone?" He dodged. Andre asked if we were being detained. That hung in the air like a dare. Meanwhile, Bianca Ramirez, a college kid visiting her grandma, started recording with her phone. TikTok, I think, though. Honestly, I'm not sure I even know how that works. The tension kept building. Andre said, "We're here every couple weeks." "This is our place." Renshaw, stone-faced, asked again for our IDs. Andre pushed his plate aside, said, "I got a problem with you singling us out and ignoring everyone else in here. You didn't even ask the staff." The rest of the diner, farmers, families, a couple of construction guys, just watched, faces tight, some ashamed, some just curious. An older man farmer by the look stood up and asked Renshaw, "These fellas bothering you?" Jolene cut in, voice sharp as a knife. "They're vets. You're the only one causing a scene." I handed over my military ID. Andre did the same. Renshaw muttered he'd need to call it in, reaching for his radio. That's when Lieutenant Drury walked in, older, worn at the edges. But you could tell he'd seen his share of trouble. "Stand down," he said, voice flat. Renshaw started to protest, but Drury shut it down. I heard the call. All it said was 2 black men standing outside, looking out of place. No weapons, no threats. "You escalated." Drury turned to us. "Sorry, gentlemen." Andre wasn't done. He leaned in slow and careful and laid out the law, Tennessee code, probable cause, the whole bit. "We're eating eggs, not robbing the place," he said. Drury asked Jolene if we'd caused any trouble. She just refilled my coffee and said the only problem was that we were running low. Bianca's phone kept rolling, her live stream chat popping off. Andre told Renshaw I was born 20 miles from here. Bled in Fallujah. Built roofs on the houses you drive past. The only thing out of place is how you're treating us. Drury stepped closer to Renshaw, reminded him that discretion matters, that you can't just skip witnesses and single people out without cause. The word civil landed hard, civil action, civil rights. Renshaw's face went red, but he didn't budge. Andre said, "Happens to us all the time, walking, shopping, breathing." The diner felt smaller with every word. Then Mr. Ferguson, one of the regulars, piped up, "My boys' Army Reserve. These fellas wear the same cap. Seems wrong for them to be questioned like pickpockets." Andre made a point for everyone to hear. "This isn't just about us, it's about every kid who sees a badge and thinks that badge won't see him as a threat. We're grown men, we can handle it. But what about the next kid when nobody's recording Bianca's stream, blew up, cops shaking vets? This is Clarksville," and the whole thing just kept snowballing. Renshaw finally muttered that maybe he misread the situation. "No, you didn't. I told him you assumed." Drury took him outside for a talk. As soon as the door closed, the tension broke, laughter leaking out, tired, yes, but real. Bianca asked if she should stop streaming. Andre told her to keep rolling. "Sunlight's the best disinfectant," he said. Jolene brought out cinnamon rolls on the house. "Lieutenant will sort that rookie out," she said, and we believed her for a minute. Drury came back, told us Renshaw was being pulled off duty while the department reviewed the situation. Jolene pointed out this wasn't the first time the deputy had jumped the gun, accused a delivery driver of stealing packages just a couple weeks back. Mrs. Ferguson said, "If people can't eat in peace because of their skin, something's wrong in this town." Even Bianca said this video's gonna wake people up. Drury promised better training, but Andre wanted accountability. Training's one thing, accountability's another. Drury nodded. People started coming up, quiet thank yous, a handshake here and there. Miles, a UPS driver, said he almost didn't come in, didn't want to be next. A high school kid asked if he could write about it for the school paper. "You want to tell the truth? Then write." Andre told him Bianca's live stream was blowing up. "Where is this badge numbers? These men are heroes." Before we knew it, Channel 9 had picked up the footage and a reporter called Bianca asking if we'd go live. Sheriff Keene himself walked in, then Boots, dusty face grave, and made it official. Renshaw on administrative leave. Formal apology handed to us right there. Denise, the reporter, asked, "Do you feel you were profiled?" Andre said. "There's no feeling it was profiling. The sheriff didn't try to spin it. Not a one-off issue. It's systemic. We need to fix that." He asked us to help change it, speak to his deputies, help write policy. It wasn't the answer to everything, but it was a start. Outside, a crowd had gathered. Some folks held signs, some just stared. The sheriff read his apology aloud. Crowd clapped earnest, not loud. Inside, folks brought over gifts, a flag, a pecan pie, a frayed military patch. Deputy Vega came in, said he was sorry, promised to back it up every day. When the cameras rolled, Andre and I just sat in our booth, same as always, but the world felt different, like maybe something would stick. Is it over? No. It's never really over. But for a moment, we caught our breath. You want to know what changes things? It's not yelling, not cursing, just standing your ground, knowing your rights and letting the world see. It's not about anger, but respect. Andre looked at me, asked, "You think that apology matters?" I said, "Maybe. To someone. Maybe to that rookie, or the next officer, or that boy on his bike." What happened at Millie's Diner that day, it was a mirror. What we reflect back is up to us. Don't let silence do your talking. Know your rights. Stay calm. Share your story. If this moved you, keep the conversation going. Drop your thoughts below. Where do you draw the line between procedure and prejudice, between community and conflict? Because the story's not finished, not by a long shot, and every voice counts.